What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock. It is Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. All ripped out my Brock gear today. Hope y'all are having a great morning. Hope none of you stayed up to watch the baseball game last night. I did. Anyway, let's say some good mornings. We'll get to all of your questions, comments, etc. Happy Easter weekend, everybody. If you got the day off of work, if you're traveling, be safe out there. Enjoy your day. Mark Allen, Lil C, what's up, dude? Lil C, I saw on Instagram you're in Virginia. What you doing in Virginia?
Go to Fresh Market.
Go to Fresh Market.
Okay.
We will do that tonight after Dad gets home from work. Okay. Blake McGraw, Steven Martinez, Trivia Carter's mad. Thomas Dale Chapman, good morning. Scott Pritchard, Brian Ashcraft, Brian Wynn, Rusty Sedetol, James Tyrone, Thomas Bryant, Cole Talbot Piers, Matthew Rogelio, Josh Long, thank you for the share. Sharing is caring. If everybody would hit the share button, that's just a gigantic help to us as we grow Morning Scone. Now into our second year. We passed the 1 year anniversary mark a few weeks back, so almost a month ago now. But anyway, we appreciate everybody who continues to watch every day. Tell your friends, man. Yancey Benoit, Hal Jubin, Shelly Melanson, good morning. Matthew Meltdown, 3, 2, 1. Look, there's no way around it, man. Last night was awful.
Come on, big car.
You want to go in? Where do you want to go in Mommy's car? Huh?
Picking.
You are gonna go to the picnic. Yes, you are.
Go Fresh Market.
Who you gonna see at the picnic? Mimi and Papa, and JJ and Jeff, and Liv and So. Yep. Okay.
Patient.
Yep. Patient. Oh, is your show over? Okay, I'll put on patience for you. Thank you for asking so nicely. Thank you, Drew. All right, y'all, 1 second. We're going to start the show again for him. Okay, well, there you go. Patience. So, last night is a total bummer, and I'll tell you this much, man. I'm going to say this today on AFR, and I'll say this here, and I'll say it everywhere. I'm about as patient a baseball fan as you'll find. Just understanding the number of games that are played, you can't react emotionally to every game the way you would to a football game. Like, these are all things we talk about, right? And we have enough of a sample to where we know some things. Like, we know LSU's first two pitchers with Hess and Henry are really good. And Walker can be good. We know, although he struggled the last 2 weeks, and that's a concern. We know the end of the bullpen is pretty dominant, and you got enough arms there to be super competitive. We know you got 5 guys in the lineup that can hit, and it looks like Beloso's starting to come around. He had a really nice night last night following up his night at Zephyr. So you might even be able to say you got 6 guys you trust in the everyday lineup to hit for you a little bit. And Gio DiGiacomo's playing better and is kind of becoming a little more consistent. And maybe you get Dugas back. And maybe he becomes another guy that you can trust. There's a lot of things to like, and you're 9-7 in the league right now. You went into yesterday 1 game out of first place. Arkansas beat Mississippi State, so State lost as well. So you didn't lose any ground on Mississippi State last night. And they got a tough series. Patient, fast. So there's a lot of things. You get Alabama next, and they're the worst team in the league, and you got 2 more games against Florida. And last night was Florida's first road win in conference this year. They've been swept by Vanderbilt and by Ole Miss on the road. So there's a lot of things that you know about this team, right? And the injuries are legitimate. Like you can't you can't minimize the fact. Like when you actually think, nobody wants excuses. I'm not making excuses, all right? Because I'm going to crush them in a second. But the thing that you can't ignore is the fact that this team started the season with Hess, Marceau, Hill in their starting rotation. None of those guys are in the rotation right now. At the halfway point of conference play, you've lost your entire rotation. So you have a completely different rotation. I mean, when you think about how good Cole Henry's been this year, when you think about to start this season, he was the 5th option as a starting pitcher. Because you had Hess, Marceau, Walker, Hess, Marceau, Hill, Walker. Henry was considered your 5th option as a starter. Only because of injuries did he. So my point is, you have really good depth from this pitching staff when everybody's healthy. They're not healthy right now, so you can't cry about it. You just got to go on and do the best you can with it until you get everybody back. And Reed obviously wasn't healthy yesterday. I mean, there were 2 bunts down third baseline. He couldn't make the play. Watson didn't play in center. Duplantis did, and anyway, Duplantis made a boneheaded play that a senior in high school shouldn't make last night. That Duplantis made last night, playing center. Anyway, they have all the pieces to be really good because they've been really good. They went on the road and beat Mississippi State, who I think right now is the best team in the SEC. They won that series 2 out of 3 at Duty Noble. So they have talent. They already have skins on the wall. They've proven that when they're playing right, they're healthy and playing well, like, they can beat anybody. What I have a really, really hard time accepting is when things got choppy last night, nobody in that dugout gave a damn. I mean, the melt happened on the team as well. Josh Smith kicking the ball when he charged. I mentioned Duplantis in center. Reed making an errant throw at third. Not being competitive in at-bats. Like, just laid down. And then you've got Maneri in the dugout. Just, like, lifeless, listless. Like, a lot of you have asked, is he still just mourning the death of his father? And my guess is, yeah. I mean, that was his best friend, his mentor. I mean, I'm sure, but if that's the case, I mean, I'm super sensitive to it. But if that's the case and it's costing your team, when mommy comes out, then you can watch Reese Happy Birthday, okay? And I'm not trying to speculate because I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's what's going on there. But man, that's a terrible, terrible look. Last night, you're down 13-0, and the bases are loaded, and your head coach is in the dugout just looking like he'd rather be anywhere in the world but there with his team. And y'all know I like Paul personally, and I think too many of you give him a bad rap because he is an awesome baseball coach and has been. He don't win 1,400 games by mistake. But man, that last night was completely unacceptable. Completely. I mean, somebody it's easy to be happy when things are going good. When things are going bad and you all mope, somebody has to give a damn. Nobody on this team looks like they do right now. And that's the most concerning thing for me. You got 14 conference games left. You got plenty of time. Eli, you're 9-7. You got plenty of time to accomplish everything you want to accomplish. Eli. Hey. What? Can you use your words, please? Hey, can you use your words, please? Come sit. I need to tell you something. You are going to go today with Mommy. Daddy's going to go to work. And you and Mommy are going to go to a picnic. Okay. Well, we'll see you later then. Get out of here. Scram. What's the matter? Did you hurt your toe? Okay. What? Oh, he's holding his foot. He must have stubbed his toe or something. Okay. Yep, there you go. Look, Ryan Dixon. I'm not one of the fireman era guys, but his leadership and body language yesterday was not good. I'll get to your comments now, but that's my take on what happened last night and the situation right now as a whole. Jerry Spurge, good morning from Dallas Fort Worth. There you go. Lauren Anderson, good morning. Denny Landry, Tammy Morrow. LSU baseball deserves better. LSU baseball needs to get off there and show that they care. And that's not just Monero. That's the players too. At some point, you have to have guys in the dugout that are willing to get in somebody's face and step up and say something, instead of just lazily giving away outs and everybody just sitting there watching you waste a potentially really, really special season because you had 3 guys come back that are. Hey! What are we doing here? I need you to use your words, sweetheart. No, we're not going to do that. What do you want? Listen. Hey, listen. You can sit with Daddy. Here in the chair. It's your dad's show. What? Can you use your... Can you use your words? No, listen, we're not going to fuss like that. Can you use your words? Now listen, Mommy, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Mommy's in the bathtub. And when she's done, she'll come in here and you can see Mommy's phone. And you can watch Reese Happy Birthday. Okay? And then you're going to get dressed. And in a little while, you're going to go for a ride in Mommy's car. You go to the picnic, okay? And then after the picnic, you'll come home and take a nap. And when you wake up from your nap, Daddy will be home. And Daddy will take you to Fresh Market. Okay? Okay?
Go Mommy car.
Yes, you will go Mommy's car. Yep, that's true. Okay?
Off.
Okay.
Off.
Off. You want to get off? Okay.
Good. Albertson.
You want to go to Albertsons? I'll take you there.
The farmer again.
Okay, we'll go there too. All right. Mark Landry, good morning. Tim Sonier, our Thursday games considered midweek asking for a friend. See, some people think they're cute in saying that, but I think you all understand. Like, it's an SEC game. Of course it matters.
Patient.
Mark Kernan.
Patient.
Patient. Okay, patient. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking nicely and not fussing. All right, let's see. Shane O'Callahan, morning bet. You went through a good bit of whiskey last night. Actually, Shane, I didn't. Just water last night, man. Had a few cocktails the other night when we did our whiskey tasting of the barrel pick from Calandro. So none last night. Kip Kippers, Gary Troutman, Colby Rosenthal. Good morning, Randy Dabdoob. Bad body language for true. Trivia, I watched that bleep show. I did too, man. I watched it to the end. My hope really was that they would have at least, they had a chance. They had a chance to get out of the bullpen maybe after 6 and force O'Sullivan at least to use somebody else instead of use one other guy to get through the 8th and the 9th, and he's got the back of the bullpen. Just, it's a bummer. Now, the good news for LSU is they didn't have to use any of the arms they count on. When Hilliard got down the way he did, Mace was pitching well, Maneri just punted, and it was the right decision to do. Don't down 6-0 in the second, or 7-0. You don't go pull out any good arms out of the bullpen. So he used. He went to Costello, who's I am struggling to see why that. I mean, I'm not saying he won't become a good pitcher. I'm struggling to see why they would count on him for anything right now. Costello and then Clay Moffitt and Will Rapole, Aaron George. I mean, basically they did treat it pitching. Well, from a pitching standpoint, they did treat it like a midweek. Basically, just get through it and then come back tomorrow and hope. Hope Henry Butterfly Fest. Hope Cole Henry tonight pitches his best game of the year. If Henry goes out there and dominates an LSU swing, I mean that's low key. The good thing yesterday was that LSU actually swung the bat. It said 13 hits, was it? I mean, 16-9. I think they had 9 runs on. Was it? I think it actually got another 3 hits in it. I think it might have been like 16 hits. Hang on. Yeah, 9 runs on 16 hits. Like, everybody complaining about the offense. The offense actually did okay last night. I mean, it took them a while to get going and they were down, but and they got 9 hits off of Tom. What did they get off of Tommy Mace? I mean, Mace. They got 4 runs on 10 hits. They got 10 hits off of Tommy Mace. I mean, they swung it pretty well against Tommy Mace. I mean, they did. Normally on a Friday, 9 runs is going to be enough to win you a game. Anyway. Justin Reyes, of all Brock subspecialties, can they help with a swing at the first pitch complex? I wish, man. But you can tell here's the thing. So to that point, though, Garza hit a homer, finally got his first home run of the season. He was hunting first pitch fastball. The guy that hit a 3-run homer off of Hilliard in the second, that was a first pitch breaking ball. He was sitting, breaking ball, first pitch, got it, and crushed it. Sometimes you go up there with a plan, knowing what the guy's going to throw first pitch, and if it's the pitch you're looking for and it's over the plate, crush it. I mean, I'm okay with that. If you're a guy that can do damage with that swing. What I'm not okay with is like Brant Broussard swinging on the first pitch. Say, bro, go work an 8 or 9 pitch at bat. Make the guy what? We're going to use our words, babe. We're not going to fuss, okay? Can you tell me what you want? No. Tell me what you want. You want Daddy hold you? What? Okay. That was a terrible showing, 20 hits. But again, first of all, Florida has a good lineup, okay? And that's something we did talk about. So they're 4th in the SEC in homers, 4th in batting average. Like, they can swing the bats. They've struggled to pitch it this year. As evidence, LSU had 9 runs with 16 hits last night. But after LSU got down 7-0 when Hilliard left, it was just punt the game. And so then, I mean, of course, there's a reason Chase Costello and Aaron George. There's a reason those guys aren't pitching in SEC weekends. In high leverage situations, I mean. Tom Guidros, Craig Schilling, what's up, y'all? Denny Landry, Woodward, great hire. Mark Emmert for president. Your thoughts? I don't think Mark Emmert's leaving the NCAA, and he's not going to be the LSU president. But I do believe that King Alexander's days are numbered. I mean, I think that's an inevitability at this point, right? When they pull the trigger will be interesting. And I think I have a hunch as to who that person's going to be. And it's not someone with a career in education, which may be a good thing. Kerry Hughes, Luke Boyd, Tim Roussel. Hey, Dad, good morning. Trivia. Don't pee on my leg and tell me training. I watched Florida eat up pitchers at LSU. Was swinging at everything last night. Wasn't patient at all. I don't think I'm peeing on your leg, man. I mean, LSU scored 9 runs on 16 hits, man. Like, they swung the bat pretty well. You scored 9 runs on 16 hits. I mean, it's all overshadowed by the fact that your starter got rocked, was out of the game in the second inning, and you were out of the game, and then you just had to piece it together the rest of the way. David Moffitt, Todd Landry, Craig Duke. I'm no baseball expert, but watching last night, it appears there's no leaders both on the field and the coaching staff. That's a problem right now. That's the biggest concern I have right now, the injuries and the fact that nobody seems to care. I'm going to grant you, it's not easy to be like smiley whenever you're getting your head kicked in, you're down 13-0. But sometimes you got to make your own luck, man. Mimi's house. Enna. Jordan Menser, it seems like their give-up lead meter is non-existent. That's the point. Hey, we are going to use our... Okay, I will hold you, but you have just got to use your words, okay? What? No. Listen to me. Shh. Was that a laugh? Did I get a chuckle on my shoes? Hey, wait. I have to tell you something.
So. So.
So, you are going to see so today, I promise. Ronnie Dugas, good morning. Bentley Spears, even with the injuries, the hype going into this year was extremely high. This season will write Paul Molinari's legacy and how the team will respond. But see, Bentley, the thing about the hype, like, you've got to admit this, okay? You've got to acknowledge the fact that anytime any team loses any member of their rotation, it stings. Like, do you remember the 2017 that was the national runner-up? Eric Walker got hurt in Omaha. They had to rely on Russell Reynolds in the first game of the championship series. Like, a guy whose shoulder had basically was non-existent and hadn't thrown a meaningful pitch in a few years. Like, that's what injuries did to that team, and they were the national runner-up. This team, their whole weekend rotation from the beginning of the season is not available right now. Marceau's not even on the active roster this weekend. Hess didn't pitch. And then Hill, obviously, isn't pitching as well. Like, the three guys that you started the season in your rotation, none of them are available. Like, I mean, it matters. Like, you got to acknowledge it matters. I'm not saying that it's okay to have a performance like you did last night or to not care. Like, all that stuff bothers me. But this isn't, right now, it's not the same team that was projected at the beginning of the season to be preseason number one, and also, like, you got to get those guys back. Like, that matters. Let's see. David Bailey, when was the last time LSU was under 500? I see that happening this year. They're not going to be under 500. There's still 10 games over 500, man. Come on. Jesus. EJ Cambry, morning, Matt and Drew. People said Hess is not a starter, but look what happens without him. So I tweeted that last night, and it triggered a lot of people. But that is the point, right? So my point, and I want to be abundantly clear about this. At the next level, Hess is absolutely a reliever. He's not going to be a starter at the next level. I understand that. But in college, the analogy I always give is high school football. High school football, so many times you put your best athlete at quarterback because you want your best athlete to touch the ball as much as possible. Same here. You'll put your best arm in the rotation because you want him to be able to eat up as many innings as possible. So that's what you do with Hess, unless if you have enough guys that are better than him to be in the rotation. Now, if Marceau and Hill and Henry and Walker and Hill, if all of them were 100% and you had those five guys battling out for those spots and they were a better option than Hess, okay, we can have that conversation, but you don't right now. Like, that's the problem. Like, you need that guy at the front of your rotation to show you, like, to go get you off to a good start for the weekend. I mean, look what happened last weekend when Hess only gave you 13 pitches. You didn't have him this one. Look at what's happened. Like, it matters. You need a tone setter for the weekend. Right now, they're missing their guy. And I think had this been a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series, Cole Henry would have started game one. But because it was a Thursday and Henry pitched last Saturday, you're not going to move him up 2 days. So, next week, if Hess isn't back, I don't know if he will be, maybe you move Henry to Friday. And that's, if Hess isn't available, that's what I would do. Absolutely, that's what I would do. I'd go Hess, Hilliard, Walker.